this is where Faith went totally wrong. It was wrong, Faith. A blunt in Suge Knight's facility, girl? Are you crazy? The demon could have told Tupac to roll his demon seeds inside of that blunt. Girl, you could have been smoking his seeds, girl.
I don't hear nobody out there.
That very moment, I had no idea that Tupac had signed to Death Row Records after he was released from prison. He had only been out of jail a few days when we met at the Hollywood Athletic Club. I hadn't yet heard that Suge Knight had bailed him out of prison in return for signing to the label and immediately recording an album. If I had known that Suge Knight had anything whatsoever to do with Tupac and hiring me as a vocalist, I would never in a million years have agreed to it. It was Suge Knight, not Tupac, who had the reputation at this time. Years ago, I'd heard that he roughed up Andre Harrell during his tenure at Uptown. I'd also heard something about Suge making some guys drink his urine. Oh yeah, that's what Mark Curry said. And there was a rumor about him shaking down Vanilla Ice. One thing I did know was that he didn't like Puff one bit. I remembered all those slick things he'd said at the Source Awards the year before. I knew Suge Knight was someone I didn't want to do business with, but I didn't know Tupac was now affiliated with him. You know what? I believe her. Some women are attracted to a devil, to the demons. Some people like that. They like dancing with the devil in the moonlight. Some people are attracted to that. Some men are, and I ain't talking about just sexually. I'm just talking about just being with someone you know will bop, bop. Faith seems to have a level head. I believe that she would be like, oh, you affiliated with Suge? I'll pay. Let me also add this piece of information. The dude, Danny Boy, said that when Faith was out there in LA, that she was buying Tupac clothes. Now, if that's true, why would she buy clothes for the dude and then turn around and expect for the dude to pay her $25,000? That's crazy to me. And then you have others that say that while she was out there, she was flat broke. So she needed that $25,000. But nobody really knows the truth. I went from concerned to cautious to downright petrified. We walked into the main room of the studio, and I saw several Death Row artists, including the rapper Corrupt and his pregnant girlfriend, and a female singing group called YNV. In my mind, I was screaming, I don't belong here, but I had to remain calm. Pause. This is where, Faith, you went absolutely wrong. You know you have no business. None. Zero. Okay? Fucking real business being in that situation. You know that when you open that door, that's when something should have clicked in you. And I know she in her mind still trying to get to her money, but her stomach is burning. Something ain't right here. It's too many situations that can go wrong here. And she stayed. Not only did she stay in that situation, but she smoked a blunt. So you gonna smoke a blunt just because you got bad nerves and you know that this is Suge Knight's environment? Girl, I've been roofied before, girl. Did she say she watched them roll the blunt? I don't know. It's trickery everywhere. The last thing I'm going to do is smoke a blunt with a group of people that I don't know. Because the next thing you know, you'll be in Debo's chicken coop. And this is where Faith went totally, absolutely, positively wrong. It was wrong, Faith. I know you young girl, but a blunt in Suge Knight's facility, girl? Are you crazy? The demon could have told Tupac to roll his demon seeds inside of that blunt. Girl, you could have been smoking his seeds, girl. 3 hours passed before Tupac finally called me into the studio. It was crammed with people. I asked him to roll me a blunt and smoked it just to get over the nervousness. I knew I would be able to get into the booth and do whatever I needed to do. They played the song for me, and the title was Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. If I could have felt any more uncomfortable at that point, I did when I heard the title. And then on top of everything else, the song just wasn't really that good. Let's recap how bad this situation is. I'm in LA, writing and recording, instead of on tour with my husband and the rest of the Bad Boy label. I've met Tupac in a club and had my picture taken with him while I am coincidentally wearing a red suit. I ain't know that girl, because I think Suge Knight is blood. Okay. Then it looks like we arrive and leave together from a soundtrack party. He picks me up in a freaking convertible and drives me to the Can-Am studio, home of Death Row Records. Suge Knight, Puff's enemy, is there. And I am there to sing a song called Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. Bitch. I would be like, oh shit, hold up y'all. I'll be right back. Real smooth, real easy. I'll be right back. Hold on. This is exactly where you went wrong, when you knew that you was in Suge Knight's situation and you didn't back away. They could have murked your ass and threw your body, girl. I did say about one time it was like 3 police officers and a prostitute, and I was in a bad situation. On the south side, they roofied me, y'all. They roofied out of me, y'all. 3 police and a prostitute. They set me up, y'all. They set me up, but I got away. When I realized what was going on, I was like, oh, shit. I didn't sleep with that lady prostitute because, I was scared. But I was like, no, I'm not about to sleep with this lady prostitute. That's not about to happen. Because, child, they roofing me, girl. I don't know if they was trying to, film us, or I don't know what it was. All I know was them 3 police officers was trying to get my ass. I'm surprised I didn't just implode right there in the vocal booth, but I didn't. Somehow I held it together and sang the 1 or 2 lines they wanted me to do. In less than an hour, I was done. A few hours later, Tupac was done with his session and he led me to the waiting limo in the parking lot. Where's my check? I asked. My manager is bringing it to my hotel right now, he said. I can bring it to you later on this evening, or we can swing by there right now and pick it up. I had plenty of experience with people saying they would bring money by at some later time. I wasn't having that. I wanted my check immediately. I agreed to ride with him to the Peninsula Hotel where he was staying. I get where she's already put herself in a situation. Might as well follow through and get your check. Okay? I get that point. It's just not a good situation, Faith, and I appreciate your honesty. And of course, when we got there, no manager was in sight. There were 2 dudes in Pac's room, smoking, drinking, and listening to music. After an hour of waiting for the manager, I was ready to leave. Now, this is where I take it back to Tretch. Tretch is like, nah, Tupac wasn't that guy. Tupac was the kind of guy to take care of business. You don't know how Tupac is with women.
Faith, right? Before we get off of that, and I want to get your opinion on it. She said that, she went to Tupac hotel room to get her money. Because, she's on the court for it. Wonder why they call you bitch. And, she said that when she went to his hotel room, he told her in order for her to get her money, she had to give him fellatio. Do you believe that?
No. I seen Pac as a businessman and all the rest of that handle is and I wasn't there, but I don't ride with no bullshit. He was on a different level of professionalism and far beyond his years with knowledge on how to do the right way and the wrong way.
So he wouldn't say nothing like that?
I never heard him say no bullshit like that. Like he told anybody on the planet, do this or do that or get this or boom, boom.
Saying that he never saw Tupac do anything like that, where he was like, oh, if you want this money, you could get this money, but you got to suck my pickle first, or you got to do the booty to me first. Face said, suck my and get the 25,000. I think he's just looking at it from a man's perspective. In his mind, he thinks that Tupac don't have to do that. Tupac has to do that when it's a singer like Faith, because you have to pay that singer. I don't really believe Tretch when he says, no, Tupac wasn't like that. A lot of people be like, Tupac wasn't like that. You don't know how Tupac is. And don't forget, Tupac was the one that lured the woman to the room so that his homeboys can run. His two friends left. We were now in his hotel room alone, and it seemed I had been there forever. I was a little uncomfortable and a bit leery. I wanted my money, and then I wouldn't care if I never saw Tupac Shakur again. As soon as the door closed behind his friends, Tupac turned to me. His face was completely different. His teeth were clenched, his nostrils were flared, and his eyes were narrowed. You know I love New York, he said, but I'm not fucking with New York right now. The air in the room seemed to get really thick all of a sudden. His demeanor had changed so quickly that I was truly afraid. Really? I asked. Why is that? 'Cause niggas set me up that night. You know that, right? I swallowed hard and took a deep breath. He was staring at me like he thought I was the one who set him up. You don't really believe that bullshit, I said. I'm telling you, niggas set me up, he said in a low voice. Look, Pac, I just need to get my check and then I have to go. The situation with the money is like this, he said. If I give it to you, then you my bitch. You're what? I said. I felt a chill up my back. You heard me. You gotta be my bitch. I got up and moved farther away from where he was standing. I'm not anybody's bitch, I said, trying to keep my voice even and steady. You Biggie's bitch? I thought about how people always got shiz wrong. He was probably thinking about the song Me and My Bitch, and I wasn't with Big when he made that record. I'm his wife. I thought y'all broke up, he asked. We still married, whatever. Look, I said, you hired me to do a song. I did it. I want my money, and that's it. A word? It's like that? You just want your money? You told me it wouldn't be a problem, I said. The only reason why I came up here is because you said... ... So you're not trying to suck my dick? Oh, here you go. So you're not trying to suck my dick? What? I screamed. What are you talking about? Tupac raised his voice. You know you want to suck my... I believe him because I believe that he was disrespectful to women. Because I don't care if it's Tupac, I don't care if it's Jay-Z, I don't care, well, maybe not Kendrick Lamar, especially Drake. But I believe when a man has that much power, he think that he can say things like that. Matter of fact, it ain't got to be a rapper. It could be a singer, a R&B singer, a country singer, a rock and roll star, an actor. Hell, it could be a nigga that's just getting money off the street, and they will say that. So I don't know what, I don't know why people would doubt that he would say that. What? I screamed. What are you talking about? Tupac raised his voice. You know you want to suck my dick, bitch. Don't fucking lie. I burst into tears and grabbed my purse. I have to get out of here. Tupac kept going. He was making no sense, cursing and yelling. He said something about Big and the East Coast. But I thought y'all were friends, I said. At this point, I could barely speak clearly because I was crying so hard. Whatever. You know you want to be my bitch. I don't know. No, I don't know. He said before going into the bedroom and slamming the door. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about that, girl.
Hey, do my favorite go-go song. Taking a ride on the east side, made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side, looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play? Won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride. Hey, hey, on the south side. Ooh, ooh. Hey, hey, hey. We like that good. Say what?